You are listening to the lost art of podcasting.
I feel like I should say something smart.
I wedged it loose with my ass.
I said, look at this motherfucker!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
Give me your shoe!
If the stars had the sound, it would sound like this.
I'll do. Well, shit the bed. I'm back. You're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Should have said that together, shouldn't we?
No. People like the Master Debaters advert all over again.
Yeah.
Can we say Master Debaters together? Yeah, go on then. Hello!
Master...
We're the Master Debaters.
Go on then.
And then you fuck that, it's like you fuck that up.
Yeah.
And you end up getting it wrong again and again. Well, no, this is the Lost Art of Podcast, another edition of the Lost Art of Podcasting. It's not the another edition. It's the 1 year anniversary show, which is late. Because of factors.
Yeah.
I won't factor in.
We're still doing it anyway, that's the main thing.
What I needed doing. So, yeah, of course I am Coxy. Joined once again by Hey You in the Bushes.
Yeah, or the bald one.
The balding one.
Yeah. No, but I've shaved my head again since last week.
Yeah, but you're not actually bald, you're balding.
No, but I shave it off anyway.
Well, yeah, so you're balding.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just bald.
You're not a washing detergent. So yeah, there is no man of 1,000 Gs at this point in time.
Yeah.
Who knows when he will return?
He's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll find him.
Probably.
Yeah. It's like the Hangover, isn't it? We need to follow the clues and track him down.
Well.
We know where he lives. So they always say that, don't they, about the postman? Don't get on the wrong side of the postman. He knows where you live.
I'm sure you said that joke on it before.
I don't think I have.
No, I think you actually have.
Oh, right.
Paul will tell me anyway when
Yeah.
he listens to this. He'll be like, it was actually this episode you said that joke.
Mm.
And then you'll just shit all over the podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
so yeah, we are back. It's been a while. I think the last full episode we did was back in February.
Wow. Did that long ago?
Well, it was that, but I did like a Podcox, like a solo episode, I think mid-March-ish. And then I was doing Lost Art of Wrestling stuff because it was at WrestleMania in April.
Oh, yes.
So he dropped like 4 episodes in a week.
Wow. That's good going.
It is, but then it's sort of oversaturation because not 2 of the episodes didn't really do that well, but the other 2 have done well. So,
Yeah.
So there we go. You live and learn. So yeah, it's hold on. I'm hoping it's picking us up.
I hope so.
It looks like it is.
Oh,
so we're
good.
doing alright. I'm getting nothing on the soundbar.
Oh, right.
But I just need to increase the volume later in post-prod.
Oh, good.
But yeah, 1 year.
Yeah. It's hard to believe it's gone so quickly.
A year and a bit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it feels like forever ago since we did the Sonosphere Diary. That was my first appearance on the show. And when did we record that one?
I think that was July.
Wow.
Because we'd sort of recorded it around the time to tie in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is by technicality, I think it's episode 21.
Right.
I think. I want to say 21.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's can't believe it's been a year already.
Yeah.
Amazing. What's the current listener count?
I can't even remember.
Well,
I need to do maths.
Heading in the right direction anyway.
Yeah. So. But in the meantime, if you've been missing my vocal arrangement, you can catch me on the Random Ask Discussion most weeks.
Yeah.
So there you go, Paul. There's your shout out there, Paul. But no, so yeah, enlighten people what you've been up to.
What, in the last few days or the last week? Or
Go with the last week. We don't have time to hear your full life story.
Well, this morning I woke up, made
You've
a
done
piece
this
of
joke before.
Rather than that. A bit of running in between. So that was a good laugh. We did it in probably about... the way we worked it out, we set off at 9 o'clock.
Right.
That was our start time. We were back at the car for about 10 o'clock, considering the walking distance of the car, and we had a drink after everything. I think probably about 40 minutes we got round the 5k course with some pretty tough obstacles. Even though they were giant bouncy castles, some of them they took a lot of energy out of you and required a bit of stamina to... Shame you couldn't come and watch us in action.
I was stuck working.
Yeah. You have to come and join us next time, eh?
Possibly.
We need a team effort.
We need to get rid of the gut.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm doing it. That's what I'm working on. And then I finished up yesterday by going to the Pleasure Beach for the first time in about 18 months. That was good. Bloody busy though. It was a bank holiday weekend, obviously. So typical Blackpool.
Well, bank holiday weekend, the weather was nice.
Oh yeah, it was good. Yeah, the weather always stayed good.
So
it was pretty busy. Typical Blackpool Saturday at Pleasure Beach, quite busy, but still got on everything and got all rides I wanted to go on near enough. And yeah, it was a good day. Found my way out the Chinese maze pretty quickly. Well, laughing at other people that were kept going around in circles.
People don't follow the advice I give them when it comes to mazes.
Yeah.
You stick to the right wall. You'll find your way out.
Well, it's not quite that easy in the Pleasure Beach one, 'cause it's all like bushes. Yeah. And they all look the bloody same. So it's like, have I been this
but
way?
Just stick to the right wall.
You can do it. It is actually quite a tricky maze because there's bridges that take you different places and there's little tunnels and things like that. So
well, next time I'm at the Pleasure Beach, I'll try this. I'll try my favourite.
Yeah, go for it.
Wrong.
Yeah, go for it. But the good bit is it makes it a bit more funny. Is there's actually like a watchtower bit you can go up in the middle.
Yeah, I've been up it.
You think, oh, I can get an idea how to get out the maze, and you look at it, you think, it looks the bloody same. I don't know where I'm going. Or it's like, oh, and that's the exit there, but how do I get to that bit? Yeah. It's one of them, and it's not as easy as it looks. But yeah, it was good fun at Pleasure Beach. Just need to reopen Noah's Ark, as I keep saying. Any Blackpool listeners out there will know exactly what I'm on about. And I'm not showing my age by saying that. Everybody's been to Pleasure Beach knows about Noah's Ark. It's
the millennials won't.
Nah, true. It's an urban legend, a Blackpool urban legend.
Didn't it close in like 2008?
I
thought it was earlier.
No, I've done my homework on it. I don't know why it closed. That's what I can't seem to get to the bottom of. I did hear it was possibly held as a secret meeting place.
No, it wasn't. That was never proven.
True.
Stop talking.
Yes. Went on the Grand National about 7 or 8 times probably throughout the day as well. Just love that road.
Throughout the evening.
Yeah. I got there about 5 o'clock and stayed till close at 10 o'clock. Then there was a big fireworks display at the end. Yeah, it was good. So what have you been doing?
Working mainly. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh yes,
I did a midnight screening even actually.
I would have been there, but I was working first thing in the morning, so I couldn't come.
Yes.
Otherwise, I love Guardians, so I would have been.
I watched it with the Hugh of Moose TV.
Oh yes,
we both enjoyed it.
I read your review of it, but
yeah.
Because I've not seen it yet, I don't want to hear any spoilers.
I'm not giving spoilers out to people. It's just
good.
There's the only thing that's going around everywhere is there is like 5 post-credit scenes, or that mid/post-credit scenes. We sort of set up stuff for Avengers and stuff like that.
Is the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming then?
Yes.
Oh.
Which James Gunn has said he will write and direct again.
I'm not complaining, because I think it's a good series.
There was rumours he wasn't going to return to direct, but he said he will. So,
what's soundtrack like? Because the first one had a brilliant soundtrack.
This one's, again, similar.
Is it quite retro?
Yeah.
Again? Oh,
you got like Fleetwood Mac, The Chain.
Oh, yeah.
There's Cat Stevens.
All right.
They all like the only 2 tracks.
I love to know who actually decides on the music, because they seem to have very good taste in like retro music.
I I think it's based on the actual comic, so.
Yeah.
Because he had the Walkman in the comic or whatever, probably.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Yeah, they've got good taste,
So then
haven't
they'll sort of plan it around the actual timing of the year rather than the thing. So.
No, it's good. They have good taste over there. It's good selection of retro music. I absolutely love the first soundtrack, as you know. I had it in my car.
Yeah, you've stole my CD pretty much and got it in your car.
Yeah, until you bought me my own copy.
Did I buy your own?
I think you did for Christmas, didn't you? Or for a birthday or something.
What might have done.
But yeah, it was a brilliant song. I mean, I discovered quite a few songs I never heard on that I absolutely love now, and I play when I'm at home. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. Possibly we'll look at Saturday, aren't we? I think for that.
If not earlier.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I'm on nights all week, so.
Oh, well, screw you. I'll go by myself again.
Yeah. You're gonna do. You're gonna be like a certain former customer in a former workplace.
Which one?
I won't name anyone, but a certain former customer who watches films, let's just say, a massive amount of times, more than I would watch a film in a lifetime, even a film that I like. More than.
Oh yeah. I won't be that bad.
No.
Because it's 2 hours and something.
Doesn't
doesn't feel like it.
2 hours and a bit long, weren't they?
Well, yeah, but I don't have the time or patience to go to the Odeon and sit through a film 4 times a day.
No,
every day for several weeks.
No.
So.
Yeah, and it would be vitamin D deficiency, and your bones would be falling apart. You're in that darkness all the time.
I don't think it gets that severe.
If you watch it 100 odd times, it might.
Oh. Just take your supplements.
Yeah, it was. Well, I said to. I once said to someone, they said, well, I think I've got vitamin D deficiency. I'm not getting in the sunlight enough. And I said, a very easy way to fix that. I said, just go on a sunbed. Doesn't work. It's not natural light, is it? So
you pillock.
It's a medical joke for any medical listeners out there. They know what I'm on about.
It probably isn't, but unless it's like an actual book, like a nurse or an ex-nurse has brought out or something like that, saying in jokes for doctors and nurses.
There is books like that, to be honest. There is like sort of. I mean, I've got a book at home. It's a really good book, actually. If you're not a medical person, it's a good read. It's written by an A&E doctor who anonymously writes it's basically like Confessions of an A&E doctor kind of thing, where he talks about like his stories and his experiences at work. And in there, it just. I mean, I'm speaking as a medical person myself, but it just. It hits the nail on the head with the stereotypes about different people that work in the hospital. It's like these people are like this, and the stereotypes are absolutely like nail on the head. If you know what I mean, it's we have that in hospital. We have that kind of banter like that. So, yeah, I'm going off on a tangent now anyway, but
that's fine.
So yeah, looking forward to Guardians 2 this week, hopefully.
Yes.
I'm not missing this one.
I also did Chili. Well, I did a two for last week. I did Chili Fest.
Oh yes.
I did Chili Fest with Paul, and in which we tried and failed miserably at 10-minute burn sauce.
Oh, well, at least you tried it. I mean, the amount of people that must have wussed out of it and just watched it like
Darren.
Might have just pointed and laughed watching you do it.
Yeah, possibly. But so yeah, I tried that, and then in the evening went to watch the Lounge Kittens in Liverpool.
Oh yes, yeah.
With Ray Guns Look Real, who were really funny.
Yeah, I need to look this act up on YouTube and see him, because just from your description of him, give me your description again. It's just hilarious. It sounds hilarious.
It's a two-piece with one of them is essentially a fat guy, or an overweight gentleman who wears like an 80s style leotard, but like a sort of Van Halen style, where it's sort of a open front.
Sounds like Dad Rocks, doesn't it? Trying to go to a fancy dress party.
Well, he's wearing this leotard. He's got like a tiger twat hat on.
Yeah.
And he's like playing the tambourine. His mate, like with him, playing the guitar, and they're singing like mashups of songs, but it's like one of them singing Poker Face and one of them singing something else, and they're making the songs work together. Which is
It's quite a skill to doing that, isn't it?
I was stood there halfway through it though, sort of thing. Essentially it's like a 4-chord thing. Like they've chosen all these songs that are fully based on the same that same structure of 4 chords, and they're making them work together.
That's what's clever about it. If you know how to work the chords like that, you can do little tricks like that. I like that video you showed me. What were they called?
Axis of Awesome.
Yeah, it's like that. They perfectly nailed the fact that you can play all those songs just with the same 3 chords.
4.
Yeah, that's it.
4 chords.
Yeah, it's very clever that. But no, I'm gonna have to see this act at some point. What to look out for?
But at one point he did climb over the barrier into the crowd with everyone watching, and sort of there's a woman right in the middle who he just sort of pretty much profess his love for her and stuff. Which is pretty funny.
That's the worst thing you can do at a comedy gig, though, isn't it? Be that person who stands out from the crowd. Because I always remember we went to Lounge Kittens the first time, and there was that brilliant singer, that comedy singer on, and there was that massive bloke stood in front of us. It was just like a giant guy, and it's like you just knew straight away the comedian was gonna go for him, didn't you? Because he sort of stood out.
I can't remember that.
And he looked dead serious. Do you remember Jay Foreman?
Oh yeah.
And he was singing that really funny song about caterpillars, and he's like, right, everybody join in with the chorus. It's a really catchy chorus. We're all doing it, and then he's like, just the ladies. And he looks at that guy who stood in front of us. He goes, just you. And he keeps playing the chords on the car. He's like, we can wait all night. that was brilliant. The comedians always do that. There's somebody who stands out a little bit. You're going to be the one who gets picked out, aren't you? You just know it. Don't be that person. I mean, like at a Bernard Manning show or certain other comedians like that, there's been that person who dares to get up and go to the toilet can be that person.
Yeah, but there's Frankie Boyle would pick on anyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's
I think the best crowd one ever I've seen was probably Evans when he got that guy, when he spotted that guy in the front row gone to the toilet, and he got his mates dropped him in it, told Lee Evans his name, and he was waiting for him when he came back in. that was just brilliant. Jedi.
You got to explain the premise to it now, though.
Well, yeah, okay. It gets me.
People hear you saying Jedi and not have a clue what the fuck you're on about.
Well, it cracks me up every time I see it. He goes, he spots an empty seat, and he goes, he's in a bit of a gap between a couple of jokes, and he thinks, a bit of fun with the audience. He goes, spots an empty seat, and goes, oh, where's he gone? His mates love dropping him in. I mean, we'd do exactly the same. If one of us buggered off to the toilet and we haven't spotted one of us gone, we'd just do it, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah.
It always tends to be G-Man that ends up being that person, though, isn't it? In my experience,
it can be.
It seems to be. It's either him or me that tends to be the person that always ends up in these bizarre situations where.
Yeah, but you try and get yourself out by talking shit and
what,
giving fake names. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been known to do that. Yeah, but you know me, I love being thrown into bizarre situations like that. Anyway, it's all good fun. But yeah, so he says oh, what's his name? So his mates drop him in it and say Jed. Lee Evans responds, just laughs, and he goes Jedi. Then comes a load of Star Wars jokes, and then there's that moment he walks back in and he goes, oh hi. Hi, Jed. the guy.
The thing is, though, if he's gone to the toilet like a small theatre like that, he must have surely heard it from the toilets. Because, you go at the Winter Gardens or the Grand, you can hear it from the toilets.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. At least he found it funny, though, hasn't he? Yeah. I remember once there was a show, I can't remember what it was. It was quite an old comedian where some people like walked out and complained to like the management. It was like a small theatre, it was like Eastbourne or somewhere like that. And they're like, it was a well-known comedian. I can't remember who it was. Like, it's one of these where they've been around for donkey's years, and all they do is like end of pier shows now, kind of thing. Right. You know what I mean? It was like Jim Davidson or someone like that. And they like complained when it's a comedian that it was someone like that who's known for like really crude humour kind of things.
Right.
And they complained saying like, oh, we're basically not in these words, but they got the piss ripped out of them by the comedian. And I'm thinking they were sat on the front row at a comedian who's known for doing that style of humour. I'm thinking it's, you know what I mean?
Well,
you think, why buy a ticket?
They probably thought it was going to be like the comedy you get on fucking Big Break.
Yeah,
they weren't expecting
I don't know if it was Jim Davidson. It was Jim Davidson or someone like that, like Chubby Brown or someone like that. One of these kind of like blue comedians.
Well, with Chubby Brown, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I just don't understand. That to me, that's like buying a bloody house at the end of the runway at Gatwick and saying, "Oh, it's
too noisy.
Too much noise from these big jets flying over my house." And I've actually seen that. There was a guy on a documentary. He lives at like the end of the runway at Gatwick. It was like behind the scenes at Gatwick Airport, and he sits there like making a diary of all these. He's got like a decibel meter and all this kind of. You just don't get it.
No, idiots.
It's like walking into a sauna and complaining it's too hot. Mm. I'll stop with the irony jokes now.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I attempted the 10-minute burn challenge against Paul.
Oh, yes.
It was meant to be a 2-on-2 thing, but we didn't have 2, and they didn't have 2. So it ended up in 1-on-1.
Well, I mean, I came down later.
Well, yeah, you came down later, but I think they'd put the sauce away by then.
Yeah. What, in the fireproof container?
Yeah. But, yeah, it was...
Oof. I mean, you've got to think the sauce must be bad if the guy actually puts a radiation suit on when he gets it out of the lead box. You must think this. I thought he did.
No. You weren't there.
I thought he had one of those big welder masks on when he got it out.
You were not there at that interview.
Oh no, here we go. I'm not Tom Cruise.
I thought it was that reporter.
Oh yeah, it was, but it's to do with Tom Cruise, wasn't it?
Right, I don't know.
It's like the Church of Scientology. It was.
Oh yeah. Less about them, the better.
Yeah.
But no, it was. Me and Paul both tried like chili vodka, or ghost pepper vodka, should I say? From I think it's retro drinks or something they call it. I can't remember them. Tried some other sauces as well from another company. I'll name I forget. And then we went back to the chili pepper company stall to see what other sauces they had, and we were trying some, and he gave us some 10-minute burns and said, "Yeah, I'll try this." And that was me done at that point. And then Paul tried the one hotter, which was called something like Hell Unleashed, which is like apparently the hottest chili sauce in the world. So yeah, Paul claimed a victory for Rad.
Yeah.
But we both felt the brunt of it. I think he felt it worse than me.
You've got to do these things, haven't you?
Well, now I've done it, I don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
At least until next year when you do it.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's like you said. It's like you said on the Facebook page the other day. You said like, "But we're not doing it next year." You said, we'll have to find some other idiot to do it. And of course, typical me, I then replied, "I'll do it."
Well, funnily enough, it's you against Al.
Oh right. So
it's Rad v Lost Art again, but it's Al v Christ. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did enjoy some of the other sauces that I tried. There was some really nice ones. You got the little Jacob's crackers or whatever where you could dip in and try sauces. Some of them were actually really good. I tried the world's sexiest hot sauce, I think it was.
Curry sauce.
That was it, yeah, world's sexiest curry sauce. That was quite nice, actually. Quite enjoyed that one. And then one I was dying to try was I tried a Naga one. It had like 13 Naga chilies in it. And I know Naga from the Indian Takeaway.
Yeah.
It's like the hottest thing on the menu at the Indian Takeaway. And it's like extra hot for those that are feeling brave. The special like Bangladeshi chilies or something.
Yeah.
I've never had one to this day. I nearly got one tonight actually, but went for a cocktail masala instead. Porn star martini mixed into a tikka masala.
Sounds revolting.
No, it wasn't. No, it was like a cocktail with different meats in the masala sauce. It's quite nice, actually, yeah. But now, so I knew of Nagas, and I thought, Naga, I've always wanted to try Naga. It's meant to be flaming hot, so I thought, I'll try this. And it was actually really nice, and they had the little descriptors with the sauces, didn't they? And it said this one hits your tip of your tongue straight away, which it did.
Yeah. And
it said the burn is very slow in it, and you can feel it getting hotter and hotter and hotter in my mouth. And I was like, that's a nice burn now. It wasn't like a bad burn. And then I made the mistake of swallowing, and it was like right down my bloody throat as well. And I was like, uh-oh. So yeah, it was some nice sauces.
There were some nice ones. Me and Paul gave a sort of review to each one as we're going around and trying each one.
Did you do like Homer Simpson? Very pedestrian and could be served to patients recovering from surgery.
No, we're just sort of reviewing them on the case of like whether it was a slow burn or not. Because some of them, it was a couple of them I tried them and said they were quite hot. There was no real burn to them. And then others I tried, it was you'd have it, you'd swallow it, and then you start to feel it burning, and it gradually get hotter. So,
you could do for a bit of comedy next year if you want to do like be a bit comical, grab the audience's attention.
What?
Could be a bit of a PR opportunity in a way. Should I like me and Al trying the sauces, and then one of you could dress up as a fireman. Carry a bucket of water with you, and I'm like, I need water, and the fireman comes running in with a bucket of water. That'll just get so many people laughing.
As any chili head will tell you, never water.
Oh yeah, water, yeah, of course.
As the two idiot girls made the mistake of on that video on Facebook when they eat an actual raw Carolina Reaper.
Oh my god!
And they're both there with bottles of water, but they're taking like the smallest sips possible. But.
Yeah, milk's the best thing to cool chili down, isn't it, they say?
Well, I've heard milk or honey.
Oh, right.
Then some people are different. Some people said beer, like Kaylee from Devonshire Idiot, one of my favourite YouTube channels. She likes beer because she's like, I prefer beer because it cools it down. Like, no, it doesn't.
I don't try that one. So, because I've had like beer with the Flaming Dragon curry at Wetherspoons before, which is quite a hot curry.
Yeah. And
to be honest, it doesn't cool it down, in my experience. So, like, Coca-Cola, another one that's just a total waste of time, which makes it worse. I always find something milky.
Someone recommended hot tea to me the other day.
Oh, right, I've not heard that one before. But it's, apparently milk works the best, and milk stops you getting from that horrible heartburn you get after as well.
No, it didn't this time.
Me
Me and Paul both had... Well, I must have had about 2.5, 3 pints of milk until I chunked it all up in West Coast chalk in the toilet. And I still had heartburn for about 24 hours afterward.
Oof.
So.
Take any Gaviscon?
No.
Oof.
Because I manned it through the pain.
Yeah,
so,
true.
I didn't wuss out with no Gaviscon. So.
Yeah.
Anything else I've done? I can't remember.
Chili Fest Lounge Kittens. Yeah. I think you've been like me, just been working most of the week, haven't you?
I've been working pretty much since the last bloody pod we did.
Yeah.
I was going to do a solo episode at some point this week, and I've not had time, so. But, yeah. So there we go.
That's the busy life of Waxworks curator. Am I allowed to say that on there?
Just as long as we don't say where it is.
Oh, right. A museum curator, I should say. Well, technically it's a museum, isn't it?
Sort of. We need to give some mentions and stuff to before we carry on, I think, as well, in a way. Because it's just the thing to do.
Yeah.
So, of course, there's Paul and Random Mass Discussion. You got Toffer and the guide at Master Debaters.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? You got the guys at the Crapulent. There's the Facebook group podcast we listen to, which is a brilliant group. What else is there? Anyone who's listened, essentially.
Mooch TV.
Mooch TV, them as well.
Obviously the listeners.
Yeah.
Have you not said that already?
No.
Listeners from around the world.
Yeah. And play more. But
yeah. We do broadcast universally, don't we?
Trying.
Yeah, we've got to reach out to the Martian market. That's where the big money is these days.
One universe at a time.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other pods. It's really annoying me. There's other pods anyway.
Let's start wrestling.
I'll start wrestling, yeah, my own other pod.
Yeah.
Tell them Steve Dave for mainly been the inspiration to actually do this. The Kevin Gill Show. What else to listen to? Real Ghost Stories Online. The list goes on.
Yeah.
There we go, there's a few for you. Without me checking my phone. So, I was going to review Logan, but that's sort of moved on now.
I've not seen it anyway, so I can't really comment, to be honest.
It was very good for what it was. It was. If it wasn't rated R, it wouldn't have been as good. But it wasn't a 15. It was a 15 here, but if it wasn't a 15, it wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah. I hate when they tone stuff down. It's not as fun.
So, but
it's on my to-watch list, though.
Well, I was meant to record this like a month ago, and I didn't get. Things happened which stopped me from doing it.
Yeah.
And then it's just been a time problem. So, because I actually saw Logan back in the March.
Oh, right. It's back end of April now, aren't we? It's May tomorrow.
So, but there we go. Could even put down my Mania prediction on Lost Art of Wrestling, which is past because WrestleMania 33's happened, so you can catch our WrestleMania 33 review. So that's how outdated these topics are.
All right, so can I not look at the WrestleMania results and make a prediction based on that then?
No.
Oh, Back to the Future style.
No. Because that would just be wrong. Yeah, all my topics are out of date. The only one I haven't that's not out of date is the fact that they're remaking Maniac Cop.
I've not seen that. It's in Beverly Hills Cop, if that's the same kind of thing.
I've got it, yeah. I can't remember what I've got.
I've seen Kindergarten Cop as well, if that's in the same vein.
No. It's about, I'll dig it out. It's low budget like Toxic Avenger.
Oh, right, I like those kind of films.
Better acted.
I mean, bad acting is what makes a B movie, isn't it, really?
Well, this one, not so much. Well, it's a bit of a B movie, but it's more sort of, it's a cult horror.
Because sometimes in B movies, the bad acting is deliberate, isn't it? Because it fits with the theme, doesn't it? If you had good actors, but a really shittily made film, it wouldn't quite work, would it?
No.
I mean, bad actors is what sort of makes it a B movie, really.
But there's talk of them remaking like a big budget Toxic Avenger.
All right.
Apparently.
Would it be as funny though if it was big budget, or because it's obviously like effects are more advanced now and stuff, so it could be good. But
I don't know what they're going for with it because it's on this sort of thing if they are going to remake it at some point. I just don't know when. It's been talked about for years. It's like the Warriors remake that. It's been talked about for years. It's just when it'll happen or if it'll happen.
I just feel like the Warriors is one of those films you shouldn't touch. I just feel like the original's good enough. Why does it have to be remade?
Because they want to remake it more violent and.
All right. Oh, I'm not complaining about that. Then.
But then the MTV remake they were going to do back in 2006 didn't even have a gang called Warriors in it, or the Baseball Furies. So
something that's got Turnbull ACs in it. It's all right with me. They ride around on the bus.
Oh no.
Yeah. Makes them cool.
Yeah, I've no actual other bloody topics of my own because they're all outdated. Even though I have like 5.
Yeah.
So, this is what happens when I try and get people to record.
Yeah. Shit happens there, doesn't it?
Yeah, more often than not. So, I've got a load of listener topics, so...
Yeah, let's move on to those.
So, we'll start with Lost Art of Wrestling host Bunkle.
Yeah.
Who asks, first of all, best and worst moments in podcasting.
It's a hard one for me because I don't listen to many other podcasts, in all honesty.
I think he means actually doing podcasting.
Oh, doing it? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Best and worst?
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to approach this. I mean, I could just say, like, I think one of the best episodes we've done is probably Sonosphere Diaries because it was just so funny, like, reminiscing all them funny stories and funny, because these were actually, I wasn't bullshitting any of them, they were like true stories that really happened,
Yeah.
even though some of them sound a bit bizarre. I can't think of a worse one though, in all honesty.
Taking too long to get this out.
Yeah, I could go with that, yeah. I guess that's the only negative thing I could say. Yeah, we could get more material out, but then that's up to you how much material we do, really. How much you want to do, how much you want to release, and how often you want to
I want to
record.
release more, it's just having the time to get it done and
Oh, yeah.
come up with content, because I want quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, best moment, either hitting 1,000 listeners or interviewing Frank Turner.
Yeah. Both big achievements.
So I'd probably have to go with.
I think worst moment I could probably say is that time I came around and brought Sasha around with me, and she was just been
Pain
noisy.
in the arse.
Yeah.
I think we all agree with that one.
How much I love Sasha. She was a bit of a not the best person to have when you're recording in the room.
No.
You said she's a bit of an attention seeker.
Well, yeah, she is. She's
Yeah.
just lacking like razor blades and a Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
That
was more a technical issue, really, though. So she was just getting in
Yes,
the way.
never record a podcast with children and animals.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, best moment either hitting 1,000 over multiple countries or interviewing Frank Turner. Well, actually, probably interviewing Lounge Kids, because I think that was my first proper interview.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Worst moment, yeah, probably Sasha. Bit of pain in the arse.
We'll have her though. Sasha the Wonder Duck.
Or, what was the other one? Probably sort of clearing off half an episode
Oh,
by accident. Or, well, it was not clearing off, but half an episode actually not recording properly
oh right.
because of hardware and software issues. So that's probably the worst one, but it still played off quite well.
Mm.
So it's still a listenable episode. That's one of the Lost Art Wrestling episodes, though, which is Kings Road Botched.
Oh
That's why I
right.
called it Botched.
Yeah.
And next he asks, favourite sandwich filling?
Ooh. I'm quite old-fashioned when it comes to sandwiches. I like good old cheese, to be honest. But then, I do remember years ago, and you can still get them. I've not had them for years. I used to like these sandwich paste you can get in little jars, like salmon paste. And
Oh, you still get them.
yeah, I've not had them for years, though. I'm about to get
I don't think they do salmon anymore, though. I think it's like chicken, ham and tuna or something like
something like that. Yeah, but I've not had them for years.
And there's the Heinz sandwich bread,
Yeah.
which I had, which tastes really weird.
But then again, Nutella is a good old classic as well. I like a Nutella sandwich. Although, if you want to get some horrible sandwich fillings I know of, I know somebody who has ketchup sandwiches. It's ketchup on bread. Or the worst
Yeah,
one.
but I know people who say like lard sandwiches.
Oh God, that's
Well,
worse.
Is that dripping sandwiches?
Oh,
It's like,
that's
no,
even
it's
worse.
lard.
Yeah. Or the worst one I probably heard is I know something else, sugar sandwiches. They literally just like put butter on bread, put a load of sugar on it, and eat that as a sandwich. That just sounds awful.
This is really weird.
Yeah, bad for your teeth as well. My favourite is probably good old fashioned cheese, but it has to be. I mean, I'll eat pretty much any cheese. Maybe the favourite has to be Crumble Lancashire. That's best cheese going.
A strange one for me. Favourite sandwich filling. So I'd always go for chicken. But there's Tesco a few years ago before they changed all the sandwich recipes and stuff. They used to do chicken and stuffing.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, but now it's chicken, stuffing and bacon.
Yeah.
Which I don't like bacon in sandwiches.
No, I sometimes buy Tesco's egg and bacon, which I don't mind, but the bacon's a bit plasticky and rubbery. It's like pre-cooked bacon, and it's like,
streaky bacon.
Yeah.
So, it's horrible.
Or crispy bacon, as we call it here in the UK.
Yeah, it's like Ploughman's. Like a cheese Ploughman's filling. That's a favourite. But then, sort of, really, anything chicken, I can tolerate. Or I know one bunkle will play forgotten was would be like savoury cheese. Like another favourite of ours.
Well, you go to Rock Preston, they make really nice cheese toasties as well.
They do. I need to make one. I've not had one myself this week yet, actually. I need to make one.
Well, grilled cheese, isn't it, as the Yanks would say.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need to make one by tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah.
Then next you ask, best style of egg.
All right. I can
Considering he's not an egg fan, I don't know why he asked this question.
What's that?
Considering he doesn't like egg as much, I don't know why he asked this question.
All right. I was going to say, there's all kinds of ways I could take this question. I've got like dirty and clean ways I can take this one. I mean, we're talking like ostrich eggs and chicken eggs, or we're talking like cream eggs versus Easter eggs. There's all kinds of ways.
Well, when he says best style, I think he means like fried.
Oh, right.
poached.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the best. I quite like hard boiled. I've never really been a fan of soft boiled eggs. I prefer hard boiled personally.
Okay.
I love them slicer things. There's fun to play with they are. Yeah. Personal favourite is not the healthiest. It's probably the unhealthiest way you can make an egg. It's probably fried, especially when it goes like a nice big steak for somewhere a Hungry Horse or down the local pub.
Yes, Christ is a steak and eggs man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Good old prison food.
Hardly.
When it's rather sick that I know this, but often on death row when someone's been executed, that's often one of the meals that gets offered to the person being executed. I just read that on some random trivia website somewhere. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they can make it. They can normally it's whatever they can make in the kitchen, but people ask for like bucket KFC before and stuff. And
yeah, I think Ted Bundy's was steak and eggs. I
can't remember.
I know it from watching the film.
There was one. I think there was someone. I can't remember if it was John Wayne Gacy or someone else. He asked for like a bucket of KFC, but didn't touch any of it.
Yeah.
And then others have just asked for one person asked for like just a can of Coke or something. Another one, they asked for like a solitary grape. Stuff like that. Really weird. And then some people refuse food.
Yeah.
Then they get force fed something normally.
I don't think they did that.
They give you they if they say they don't want anything, they give them like a standard, bog standard like meal from the kitchens or whatever. And it's up to them if they eat it or not. I think.
I was going to say, what's the point of force feeding a prisoner that's going to be executed anyway? It's a bit like an ethical issue there. So that's going off on a tangent anyway. Yeah.
I'd go with scrambled.
Oh yeah, scrambled egg. Yeah, don't really have poached very often.
No, I don't. Well, yeah.
I don't mind it if it comes with.
I have McQuilligans.
I was going to say, if it comes
breakfast.
with a breakfast, or probably nearest out to poached is like McDonald's eggs, a bit like poached, isn't it? When you get an egg and bacon egg muffin, that's a bit like poached egg, isn't it? I always remember on Clerks though, where it just comes in like a big roll, like a Swiss
like
roll,
one big sausage,
just slices it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I always assume McDonald's eggs are like.
I know somebody we can ask that question to actually.
Yeah.
So I might just do that next time I see them. Yeah, I'd love to know that. Know the inside secrets. Almost one of the most annoying things about working at McDonald's. The amount of times you must get. Oh, is it true to do this? Is it true to do that? It must get really annoying that.
No, people asking for like the recipes or like, oh, can you get me a cup of Big Mac sauce?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what the recipe is. The secret recipe to McDonald's secret sauce, even though they don't have one, is it's none of your business. That's what it is.
Well, I've read a book online somewhere before though, where it's like, here's how to recreate like a perfect Mackey's milkshake.
Yeah.
And like, here's how to make a Big Mac, and here's how to make Big Mac sauce and stuff.
Because a lot of it just comes in on the back of a lorry, doesn't it? All pre-prepared. It's They don't know what's in the stuff, do they? It's same with KFC.
Well, they'll have a rough idea because they'll have like the allergen sheet.
Oh yeah.
But it won't tell them the actual full ingredients.
Yeah, it'll say on it. It'll say flavourings.
Yeah.
XXXXX.
Yeah. It probably will.
Yeah. Or secret ingredient.
It's like with Mackie, everyone says Mackey's Coca-Cola tastes different.
Yeah. Do you know why though?
Yeah, because it gets delivered from the steel cylinder.
Oh. Well, do you know what the secret to the milkshakes is though? I'm going to reference you, but it's from a colossal worm, honey. That's why they're so thick.
Toad mucus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So scrambled and fried.
Mm.
There we go.
I'm happy with either of those.
Buncle and asks, as he's trying to prove a point to his wife.
Oh, right.
He said, what's more painful? A kick in the nuts or childbirth?
Oh, this is one of those. Well, funnily enough, I was watching Family Guy the other night, and it was that brilliant episode, one of my personal favourites, one where Peter Griffin gets sent to that women's sensitivity camp, and he's like, oh, what's so bad about childbirth? Women always moan about it. And one of the women replies, childbirth, the pain of childbirth is like somebody taking your bottom lip and lifting it over your head so it touches the back of your neck. Which you later experiences. But as I know from experience, been kicked in the bollocks on many occasions, or as I rather embarrassingly slept and landed my bollocks on a concrete beam in the middle of a swimming pool in Tenerife. I remember once a girl said to me once, someone said to me once, what does it actually feel like when you get kicked in the bollocks? It's really hard to describe, isn't it? I can't describe it, but it fucking hurts, doesn't it? It's like a dull ache in like the lower part of your abdomen, isn't it? It's a really sort of like nagging dull ache that takes like 10 minutes to wear off.
Yeah.
It's horrible feeling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Although you could argue, because it's easy for people to say, "Oh, we haven't been through childbirth," which is normally a woman's response. But then the thing with childbirth, again, I'm going back to being speaking as a medical man now. Is that with childbirth, there's all kinds of ways you can get around it by like epidurals or Entonox and things like that. Whereas when someone kicks you in the bollocks, particularly say like this is where I speak from experience. You say like a taekwondo competition. Even with a groin guard on, you're still vulnerable. There's no pain relief there. You might just get an ice pack after.
There was one thing that stands out. I can't remember why I watched it somewhere. It's like a TV show or something. They're talking about something. It's like, oh, there's it, but then a kick in the nuts is a kick in the nuts.
Oh, I know what you're thinking of. Is it The Simpsons? Barney's movie had soul, but football in the groin had a football in the groin.
No, it's an actual.
Right.
I've seen it somewhere before. It's like, oh, a kick in the nuts is a kick in the nuts.
Yeah. It's bloody painful, though. Oh. I always remember that time in Tenerife, though, when I did that, and it was so funny, though, because I was showing off, typical Christ style. I was showing off, balancing on this sort of like ceramic beam between the little pool and the big pool in the swimming pool, and I slept. Landed right in the bloody middle. But and I saw you just like cringing, thinking, "Oh God!" These two little kids were laughing their heads off. But the luckiest thing was, my package just missed it, and I landed on like my tailbone. So like my tailbone took the brunt of the blow, basically, like almost like a shock absorber. So I had a bloody sore arse after, but it was like not as bad as what it could have been. And I always remember what the kid saying to his dad. He said, "That man slept and hit his wedgie." Only trouble is I can't do the helium voice.
So, yeah.
That's how I'd approach it.
Well, I was just scrolling back through them then because I couldn't remember what the actual question was. And it's, what's more painful, giving birth or kicking the nuts? And Bunkle's wife has replied with disagreeing with your wife.
Oh, she's got him well trained then.
As much as they'll disagree, well, he probably just feels like, no, it's true. I am trained, but yeah. So,
well, trouble when you take that chance to disagree with a woman is you get you either get the kick in the nuts or you get the frying pan to the head as a consequence of that. So
yeah,
it's not worth going there.
No.
I woke several hours later in a daze. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to go with the kick in the nuts.
From experience.
Yeah. Because if I think I find it's worse if it's unexpected.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not.
I think with childbirth, there is an element of expectation, isn't there, with it?
Well, yeah, you know what you're getting yourself in for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. But also,
as much as Katie won't let me in the house now.
But also, though, the argument looking at it is, I like the old saying. I love the old saying, "No pain, no gain." When I'm doing a really tough gym class, and I feel like bloody dropping dead on the bloody floor, and you think, "No pain, no gain." It keeps you going. I always think that's the same in a way with childbirth. Because with childbirth, it's supposed to be agonising. I can't speak from experience on that one, but then again, I've seen a baby delivered, so I do have like a bystander view of it. But I can imagine it's very painful, but then it's you're working towards an ultimate goal of producing a child, so you're doing it for a reason, basically. Whereas kicking the bollocks is just not good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come on to more nut kicking in the bed.
Oh, good.
Because there's a topic from Paul.
Looking
Before
forward
we
to
do
it
that,
already.
we're gonna go to some adverts and have a quick commercial break. Because I need to get a drink, and it's time for you, the listeners, to go on a We Drink, Smoke or Poo. Because we're right back.
What is the Potter family?
This is Matthew McDonough from the Passersby Podcast.
This is Matt Pierce from the Crossover Podcast.
This is Knock from the Geek Ogre Podcast.
This is Jason from the 3 Is Comedy Podcast.
This is Adam from Everyone Has a Podcast.
We're Josh and David from the Scotch and Flicks Podcast.
This is Michael Vasquez of the No Soundbites Allowed Podcast.
We are you. Podcasters coming together in a community to help one another grow. So follow us on Twitter at Podern Family and use the hashtag Podern Family in your tweets and retweet other people who do the same. Podern Family, where great podcasts come home.
Hello, this is for...
Can't we say hello at the same time?
Fuck's sake. Hello! This is an advertisement for Master Debaters.
Oh, can we say Master Debaters together as well? Yeah?
Hello! I'm Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer.
And we are the Master Debaters.
Oh! we wanted to say it. We are the Master Debaters. That's what we want to do.
We're all saying it.
Yeah.
Hello! I'm Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer. And
we are the
Damn it, Sean!
Debaters.
I thought we were just doing...
Hello! I'm Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer.
We are...
The Master Debaters. You can find us on Twitter at _Master Debaters, SoundCloud, Podbean, and iTunes. Just do yourself a favour and jump aboard this podcast train. Choo choo, motherfucker!
Hi, I'm Paul the Hat Guy Flinders, and I'm the host of the RAD podcast, Random Ass Discussion. And we discuss about absolutely anything that's on our mind. Doesn't matter how taboo the subject is, we will talk about it and give you our opinion. Whether it's popular or not, controversial or not, or thought-provoking or just downright daft. You can find us on Spreaker at www.spreaker.com/RAD podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/UKRAD podcast. We are on Twitter at UKRAD podcast. And we are also now on iTunes. Hooray! Just search for us at the UKRAD podcast and we should show up. So if you're ready for a bit of random ass discussion, a little bit of comedy gold and maybe a little bit of thought-provoking conversation, come over, join the fun. And just remember, there are plenty of podcasts out there, but not that many of them are rad. Now it's back to the lost art of podcasting / wrestling / keyfade.
And we're back for more short commercial break. Yeah, before I go any further, I need to give a big mention to the YouTube show Rostered On, which you need to watch yet.
Yes.
Especially, even though you only worked in retail, well, you worked in retail longer than I have, but I think you'll relate to it quite a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I worked in two retail settings, one big supermarket, and then I worked in a convenience store. So I've done both basically. So,
but it's I was sharing the episode because they come out like every Tuesday or something. Or over here it's Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
So I shared the latest episode, and one of the actual cast came on the page and said like thanks for sharing it and stuff.
Oh.
And we got chatting back and forth.
So what's it on? It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube and on Facebook.
Right. I'm going to watch it.
It's free to watch. And
how many episodes are they on now?
I think they've done 4 so far. And I think there's like 6 episodes. Maybe 7, I can't remember. There's a pilot and 6 episodes. But it's if you ever worked in retail, you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And it's really... a bit like Trolley but cruder.
Oh,
but not say in a supermarket. It's saying like an electronics store.
Oh right, so it's not a convenience store.
No.
I was gonna say, I mean, because I worked in a convenience store. And I enjoyed it at first, but then by the end, I was just like desperate to get out of there.
If you want convenience store, watch Clerks.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's some of the stuff the customers and the way the staff are and stuff, you'll agree with them. You'll be there saying. You've known or worked with people who are like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I worked with some characters in retail. In both jobs. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I only wish convenience store work was like the Quickie Mart. It would be fun if it was. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, check out Rostered On. It's on YouTube. Just go on YouTube or Google, just search Rostered On, or even Facebook. Just search Rostered On. It's been popping up on Lad Bible and Unilad sometimes, so just check out their page, give them a like.
I think
tell them the Lost Art podcast and sent you, and they'll love you for it.
I think I've seen it on it's popped up on my Facebook a few times. I've sort of skipped past it, but I do need to sit down and watch it. I don't have a laptop at the moment though, so
watch on your PS3.
Oh yeah, support. Yeah. You got me.
Yeah, no excuse. So support the cause.
Yeah.
Cracking on with topics. Paul writes in from Random Ass Discussion. He writes, first of all, Pet hates for listening to podcasts.
Again, this is a tricky one for me. I don't listen to many other than this one, really. So, I think, like you said before, it's a bit of a no-no on like podcasts and radio. It's like dead space.
Dead air.
Dead air, that's it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right when when you're listening to a podcast or a radio show. It just sort of sticks out like a sore thumb, basically.
Well, I know why Paul's asked this, but he wants me to mention the fact that the amount of people that have said recently, "Oh, how long is too long for a podcast?"
Oh yeah, we've had this discussion before, haven't we?
We have, but it's popped up on several groups me and Paul are both on as well.
Yeah.
And it's all that thing. It's like people say 45 minutes is about long enough. And it's like, well, no, it's not.
Well, we know a certain person who says that half an hour is too long. Well, about right.
No. But I listen to quite a few, and it's yeah, for me, I'd say dead air is a major peeve, because sometimes I've listened to an episode and it's made me think the episode's finished when it hasn't. It's just they've been like those few seconds of nothing.
It just comes across as a bit amateur, doesn't it?
In a way. That and sort of fluxes in volume.
Yeah.
Like if someone's something really quiet and then all of a sudden it's really loud.
Yeah. Again, that doesn't sound very professional, does it? When you've
no.
Quality's got to be good, hasn't it? The quality's got to sound right.
It needs to be listenable.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, like fancy equipment. It's just got to sound okay. Ish.
Yeah. Ish.
Yeah.
What else? Nothing else really. I can think of it. But dead air is a major peeve of mine.
Yeah.
And people saying that it's too long. But that's why it's on demand, because you can go back and listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Or you can download it, whatever. The choice is there.
Well, there's a couple of episodes of this I've listened to before I started actually contributing, where they were a bit long, and I thought I can't sit there for an hour and a half, so I broke it down into half-hour sections.
Yeah.
I thought I'm up to 31 minutes. I'll come back at 31 minutes when I play it again. And I mean, you can put it with Spreaker. It's dead easy to do that as well, or YouTube.
Well, on Spreaker, it remembers where you're up to, and the same with iTunes.
Yeah.
So if you were listening to an episode, you can go back at that point and then pick it up again.
Oh, that's good.
So, Paul next asks, favourite Okilly Dokilly song and why?
Oh, I don't know any, so I can't.
You're bloody helpful.
I know. I keep meaning to listen to them, because you know that. I mean, you know full well that Christian thrash metal is like one of my favourite pastimes.
No, it's no.
Yeah.
I can't remember my album's done. It's in my pile somewhere. It'll be there somewhere. I need to look for it.
I always remember that back at high school. We had it was so ironic. We had an RS teacher, religious studies teacher, that looked like Ned Flanders, and it was just like the perfect irony. It was. I swear, I sometimes think, did he do that deliberately? Did he grow that moustache deliberately so they look like Ned Flanders?
I doubt it.
Or is it just like poetic irony? Because one time somebody actually said it, because everyone was saying it in the class at the time he was out the room, hey, it's Ned Flanders. And he was actually quite a nice teacher, to be fair. He was quite a nice guy, but I swear he must have been in on the joke, because somebody actually said it out loud once. And I just get this funny feeling that he walked out the room after him, just like laughing his head off.
Nah.
You never know. Like a Bradley Walsh moment.
I think I had him as a teacher once, and I don't think you'd see the humour in it.
No?
So.
Yeah. Well, the trouble is, though, when you're a teacher, it's like if you gave in to the students and made it a bit of a joke, you you're a bit of an open target then, aren't you? That's the trouble, because the trouble with being a teacher is you've got to have the respect of your class, haven't you, really? And if they think you're a bit of a joke, then you're a sitting duck, aren't you, basically? So I can sort of understand it in a way.
Yeah, I do have Okilly Dokilly's debut album somewhere. I can't think where it is. I'll probably find it later. It's fine.
What's your favourite Flanders catchphrase then, or like quote by Flanders? That might give you some. Like,
well, I know my favourite song is anyway.
Oh right.
It's You Because You Never Listened.
Yeah.
There's. As I narrow it down, there's about 4 songs which are sort of standouts.
Yeah.
But my favourite probably would have to be Nothing at All.
Oh yeah.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Oh,
nothing
stupid
at all.
sexy Flanders. I think one of my favourites has to be the one at the Movementarians one, when he's and groundskeeper Willie's there interrogating Homer and Bart and Lisa, and Flanders walks in and like ruins it. He goes, howdy, I brought in orange juice, rice, breakfast squares for the hungry deep-programmerinos.
The problem with
always gets me going.
The problem with nothing at all though is like there's Paul sometimes has to throw in like a group chat we have. He says stupid sexy Flinders.
That's got a ring to it. That's the crazy thing. Just watch out next time whoever goes Chill Factor and we do like a Lost Art versus Rad, like snowboarding competition.
Oh God, don't.
Putting images in your head now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those sort of... The reason why is because it's one of those sort of standout lines from the show. The second one standout is a song that they called Press the Struck Button.
Oh, yeah.
And it's doing like the whole bit of like, press the struck button. Then it just goes, oh, you stupid son of a... Then it goes into like a really heavy riff.
Oh, that's that Halloween one, isn't it? I'm not sitting out for a while. Yeah. He's banging on the glass, but Homer, like, because he's through the glass, Homer sort of mishears him, and he's like, do it, kill everyone. Yeah. It's classic, that. Yeah, Homer's tongue rolls out and presses the button. Oh, you stupid son of a... Loads of classic Flanders quotes there. I'm trying to think of another one of my favourite lines. Oh, what was another? Was it a really, really good one? What does he say? I think one of the other ones I can think of is there's one where they set up CCTV cameras all over Springfield, and Bart finds there's a blind spot in the Simpsons backyard, and he marks a line where the blind spot is, and he keeps flashing his arse at the camera. He keeps jumping back and forth. Flanders says like every word you could possibly think of for arse. He's like buttocks, derriere, tushy, rear end. He says like every possible nickname you can think of for ass. Yeah.
So yeah, Okilly Dokilly, check them out. Well, I can look at my album. Paul then asks, which will last longer? This is before WrestleMania 33 though, so it kind of defeats the objects. Brock Lesnar Goldberg or Chuck Norris versus Norris from Coronation Street?
Well, it's actually one of those questions where there could be a million and one answers to it. It's a bit like I'm thinking about it philosophically. I'm not going to go for the easy answer because you could easily just say Chuck Norris or Kick Norris cold arse.
Yeah, but Chuck Norris once shot down a plane with his finger by yelling bang.
Yeah, true. But then again, if you watch Coronation Street, like I do, admittedly, then you know that Norris could easily bore somebody to death by talking him to death with his gossipy style. So you could easily like bore Chuck Norris to death by like whittering on at him. If you want to look at it another way. And then I've not seen Brock Lesnar in action for years, but I always remember Goldberg when he first came onto WCW, and it was like this. There was like this finger like every week Goldberg came out. It was just like match was over in 5 seconds. It was like the spear.
Yeah, that's what they went with for Lesnar Goldberg at Survivor Series, and then they sort of tried playing off a bit longer at Mania, but it went all of.
But
I think it went 10 minutes, but it was 10 minutes too long.
But ironically, though, the spear actually inspired me when I made my World Gravy Wrestling debut at Stackstead last year during the fight, because it basically is complete freestyle. You can do what the fuck you want, basically. I thought, and I'd already agreed with my opponent, we'll just like throw each other about, have a bit of a laugh and everything. So at one point I did a spear, and he went down absolutely perfect with me. He knew what I was doing, so he went down perfectly, and I did a proper like Goldberg spear. So you could say Goldberg inspired me in my gravy wrestling. I hope to carry that onto white collar wrestling as well. Who's next?
No, don't do the spear at white collar, because every fucker's gonna do the spear.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't finish the match for it. At the end of the day, it's indie wrestling. Like we say about indie wrestling, people can kick out from finishes in indie wrestling. So
they just do.
I'll do the spear, and he'll kick out, and then he'll do what's another famous? He'll do the tombstone on me, and I'll kick out from that.
Such high hopes you have.
Yeah, I know. I know it probably won't be like that. I'm just. I know it's like months and months off yet, but I can't wait to do that. I'm getting excited about doing
that. Paul next asks, worst Poundland find.
Worst?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one. Well, I always remember when we did the crop stack challenge last year, because you know me, I'm so good at finding random shite. I am. It's if you give me a $5 or a $10 and say go and buy some random shite at a pound shop, I'll come back with all sorts. As you know, I mean, what did I get on the? I was like, Hello Kitty. I can't remember what it was now. Face makeup or some lipstick or something like that, wasn't it?
It was toothpaste.
That was it, yeah. Hello Kitty toothpaste. Even the girl in the shop was giving me funny looks.
Yeah, but your selection of items was questionable.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's one of them. If that scanner was secretly going some kind of, we don't have the CIA, do we, in the UK? What do we have, like GCHQ or something? They're thinking, oh, look at these purchases are rather unusual. What's he planning? A bit like on, what is it, Yes Man, when he goes, when he gets arrested and he's like, what's this all about? And he goes, well, you've taken flying lessons, you've learned Korean, and you've been taking flights to unusual destinations. We think you're a terrorist. That's just like the funniest coincidence ever, that is. But no, worst one, going back on topic, I did once when I was playing the game which inspired the Rad vs podcast crap sack, the original crap sack. I bought a pregnancy test kit for that one. I didn't test it, so I don't know how well they work. For obvious reasons. What was the other one I bought? Oh. Good old classic. I'm showing my age saying this now. I've not had it for years, but again, the millennials probably won't know what I'm on about with this. Good old fashioned blancmange. Because he had him pulling a face at that.
Horrible stuff.
Yeah. That was the reaction I got when the person pulled that out of the crop sack when I got it. They were like, it comes in a nice big box, and they're thinking, oh, what could this be? It looks like a DVD shaped box, and it's like, oh, it's blancmange. I go with that.
Is it one blancmange? As soon as I read this question, I knew what my answer was straight away. It's fucking 9.5 Ninjas on DVD.
Oh, yes.
It's bloody awful. It's like the worst film ever made.
Even worse than Brain Smasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy Brain Smasher. You not watch Brain Smasher, a love story, watch it. It's classic.
It's not.
It's so bad it's funny. It really is. It's I mean, the running joke throughout the film is, we are not ninjas. That just makes it funny on its own. It's just so far-fetched, isn't it? Oh, it's hilarious. 9.5 Ninjas was just crazy. Like, he was going around in a bloody dressing gown, wasn't he? That was meant to be like a ninja outfit.
Yeah, I think.
I kept thinking.
I drank through this film, so I
kept thinking,
remember.
what was the 9.5 reference to? And it was like he lived in flat 9.5 or something like that. I mean, there was some funny moments in it, to be fair. But
I'm guessing it wasn't originally meant to be called 9.5 Ninjas, possibly. I'm guessing they just had nothing else better to call it, and American Ninja was taken.
Then what happened at the end? Was it something like they had a baseball game or something like that at the end?
Something I don't know.
It was bizarre anyway.
Yeah. But if I ever see any more copies of that, I will just hide it in the shop somewhere.
No, you'll just buy every copy and then bury it on a landfill like E.T. the game.
Yeah.
So. Would you rather watch that or Waterworld? Put it that way.
Waterworld.
All right. I always found that film very boring.
Apparently it is, but I've got 9.5 Ninjas, which makes no sense whatsoever, or I've got Waterworld, which is really long and dull.
Try watching 9.5 Ninjas, like totally pissed out of your head, though. You'd probably find it really funny then.
I was drinking through 9.5 Ninjas.
No, but I mean, like, really pissed, like World's End pissed, and you'd probably be going, he fell down.
No, I'd probably fall asleep.
Yeah, true.
So next, ask Paul, should cheese go on a bacon sandwich?
I've had it, to be honest, but when I've had a toasty, if it means like a normal bacon sandwich, I'd probably say no.
Yeah, just a standard, but not a toasty, like a standard bacon sandwich. Like
bacon cheese toasty is quite nice.
Not on about toasties.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sir.
You know about a bog standard hangover cure bacon sandwich?
I'd say no. It just doesn't feel. But then again, they do on McDonald's muffins, don't they? But then that's more of a toasty again, isn't it? Really. In a manner of speaking.
You got the sausage, egg and cheese muffin.
Or bacon, egg and cheese.
I've not had the bacon, egg and cheese one. I don't like the bacon.
Oh, no, not better than it used to be. I prefer sausage personally, though. You get like the sausage burger thing. I quite like them. They're quite nice. But now I'd say on a normal like bacon sandwich, it just doesn't sit right for me. I like to savour the bacon on a bacon sandwich. I can have bacon and sausage, but cheese just doesn't feel right.
I'm thinking, what was it I had it on once? I've not had cheese on like a sausage sandwich before. It didn't go.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. No. It's just like contrasting flavours in a way, really. Like they don't belong together on the same sandwich kind of thing.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm saying no.
It's a bit like having that sugar sandwich I was on about, but then putting Marmite on the other piece of bread in a way.
Well, funny enough, that comes to our next question.
Oh, right.
Why is Marmite so Marmite?
Well, I'm one of those people. I'm not a fan of it, so.
So Christ, a Marmite hater.
Yeah. No, I'm one of those people. I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan of it.
No, you love it or hate it.
I love saying that. It's a bit like, I did have a Marmite drink a few years ago, which was, it was like drinking tar, basically. It was like drinking tarmac out of a cup, and I ended up tipping it down the toilet. I had a few sips of it, and I was like, ooh. I'm one of them, I've just never been able to handle it. I just don't like the taste of it. So, I know you like it.
Yeah, I like it on toast. It's like we were saying, I was talking to Paul and Brad, there was someone I used to know who used to have peanut butter. What was it? They had, I think it's peanut butter and Marmite together on sandwiches.
That doesn't quite sound right somehow.
No. There was that, and they had.
I don't mind peanut butter, but I don't like Marmite.
You used to have Marmite and mayonnaise sandwiches as well.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, well, for me, the peanut butter and Marmite together sounds horrible. Because it's
two mayonnaise, that's like.
No, but two contrasting flavours.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise is manageable. Just with Marmite, it probably curdle a bit.
Mayonnaise, yeah, there's that. Mayonnaise is quite sort of tangy, isn't it? And sort of. But then Marmite's got a very rich flavour to it, so that's very sort of clashes for me. But I'm not. I mean, I like the adverts though. I must admit the adverts are hilarious. Especially my personal favourite. When the guy's got 2 broken arms in casts, and he's there like the knife in one hand with the jaw sort of like dangling off the end of a knife, and he gets pissed off when he throws it on the floor. And he's like, "Oh, there's Marmite on the floor," and tries to scrape it up with his knife. His girlfriend opens the door and smacks his head. Cracks me up that advert. Yeah.
So Marmite, yeah, I'm alright with Marmite. I don't in small doses.
You had the Marmite chocolate?
Yes, it's all. Well, I had the Marmite Easter egg thing. It made me ill for 2 days. Then Paul asks, it's a topic I quite like. If you could create your own burger, what would be on it and what would it be called?
Ooh, this is a good one. Does that include what the burger itself's made from, or are we talking a beef burger?
It says create your own burger.
So I guess in a way you could decide what meat was on your burger. In a way, because one of the nicest burgers I've had. I mean, I love a good beef burger. I mean, I took you to Five Guys, didn't I, for the first time, which was I love that place. It's like really nice burger. It's proper 100% beef. There's no like cutting corners with Five Guys. No like shrunken burger on a plate kind of thing. It's all proper beef. So I'd probably go for like have a good old fashioned beef burger.
Right.
Or I did enjoy ostrich burger when I had that at Sonisphere. Because I thought, oh, it's ostrich. It'll be white meat like chicken. But now it's more like red meat, isn't it? Like a beef burger, isn't it?
Well, it was red, but it had the consistency of chicken, but tasted like beef.
Yeah, to me that's like the perfect burger. That is really, and it's healthy. It's healthier as well, isn't it? 'Cause it's low fat as well. So probably for the actual meat patty, I'd probably go for like ostrich, probably, or just good old fashioned beef. One of the two.
Right.
And for toppings, I was going to look at one of my old jokes, but I won't. My favourite flavour, plain. But no, that's boring.
Yes, it is.
That's the boring burger.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'd say for the bun though, like either a good old fashioned sesame seed bun or a brioche, I'd probably go for.
Right.
And for toppings, I love cheeses. So it'd have to be either. I mean, I love Lancashire cheese, but it doesn't sit right on a burger. It doesn't melt very well. So it's either good old fashioned mozzarella or gorgonzola goes nice on a burger as well, like a blue cheese. So I'd probably say gorgonzola.
I like Emmental.
Oh yeah, is that Dutch?
I can't remember.
Dutch or German, I think, isn't it? I could be totally wrong. One of those two.
Bavarian smoked is nice as well.
Yeah, that's German, isn't it? See, I like gorgonzola, good old-fashioned Italian blue cheese. That melts really nice on a burger like this as well, so I'd have that on top. But then I love a good barbecue sauce I do as well. So that, like drizzling the burger. So I'd have some kind of barbecue sauce on there. Probably have fried onions on there as well.
Okay.
Maybe like at the base. I think they sit nice under the meat paddy. So maybe have like a double paddy, maybe some onion rings on there as well. What else would I have? Because that's probably like all my favourite things in one burger really there. That's probably what I'd go for, yeah. As for naming it, I'd probably go for. I'm stealing off KFC in a way, really, but because I'm a good old fashioned Blackpool lad, and I love Blackpool, I'd probably say the Tower Burger. But then there's one called that already at KFC.
Yeah, but loads of places call that burger like the Tower Burger.
Yeah, I'd maybe go for that, or I'm trying to think of something really inventive, but I can't think of something. Go on, what are you thinking?
Just came to mind then from Bottom. He's like, the amount of drink, he's like, what should you call it? And he just says, the bloody awful.
Yeah. I mean, again, you could make it horror themed in a way if you want. You could have like the barbecue sauce could be the blood, and it's like the bloody burger. You could do it. Like, you could spin it that way. Depends what theme I was going for. But yeah, that's what I'd go for. That's my ideal burger. It has to be nice. It has to be nice, quite not like a really thick barbecue sauce. It's got to be quite a runny barbecue sauce, like they used to do at Highfield years ago. Quite a runny barbecue sauce, not a really thick sort of Heinz tomato ketchup kind of barbecue sauce. You know, nice and runny. It's like the burger and the bacon and cheese, and what have you. A bit tangy, a bit spicy kind of thing, like that. That's what I'd go for.
See, I'd have to have probably got a sesame seed bun, toasted lightly.
Yeah. I don't like a fully toasted bun.
No. But I start with like a base of lettuce. So then the burger, no, it's quite nice actually. I'd put on the beef, it has to be a beef burger first, but like a proper meaty one.
Yeah.
Proper beef, 80-20. That's ratios, if you're not aware. Meat to fat content, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then just sort of layer it up, so it'd be like tomato, lettuce. In fact, no, I'd probably throw some. It'd be tomato, then Frank's. Get some Frank's on there.
Or I'd possibly going back to mine. I'd possibly go like a Juicy Lucy kind of design for the actual burger. You know, like the cheese centre.
Yeah,
that's something I'd probably throw in as well. Because I remember having one of them at Red's Barbecue. I absolutely loved it. That was like my ideal burger, because it was like burger with cheese centre soaked in barbecue sauce. That's like one of my ideal burgers. So that is like my dream burger.
So yeah, I'd have the burger, tomatoes, Frank's.
Yeah.
Bit of lettuce. Well, actually, no, cheese. So they'll probably go with what cheese? Oh, it's like a standard American, I think, for a burger.
About Swiss cheese.
Swiss ain't bad.
American melt's nice. That's what I like. American cheese.
Melt's nice, but I've had Emmental on a burger before, and I've had
Gorgonzola.
No,
melt's really nice for that.
And I've had Bavarian on a that smoked cheese on a burger before. That melts in nicely, but it's quite a strong flavour.
Well, that's why I like Gorgonzola. It melts nicer, but it still has like a crumbly texture in the middle. Like when I had the blue cheeseburger at Ed's Easy Diner, it sort of melts on top of the burger. Because what you probably do is throw it on the burger when it's ready to come off the griddle.
Yeah.
So it melts on a little bit, but it's still got quite a crumbly texture in the middle. So it's like a sort of semi-hard cheese, which I quite like. You know, the trouble is, I don't think I'll be able to call it Juicy Lucy, though, because otherwise my wife to be saying, who's Lucy? So, it's one of them, really.
What else would I put on it? So it'd be bun, burger, tomato, Frank's, fully cheese, lettuce, gherkins, more cheese, or cheese under the burger. So it's got that sort of layer thing going on. Jalapenos.
Yeah.
Jalapenos, whatever. And then I'd sort of put like a thing of like melted cheese sauce or something.
Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
That's nice cheese.
It is. As for a name, I can't think. I'm stuck for one. I'm stuck for a name. Lost Art of Burgers.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm stuck for a name. I'm not really full about it going in. I was thinking about what to have on it, but it's like a difficult one for what to actually call it. What's that artist called? Is it Edvard Munch?
I don't know.
He did the Scream.
Oh, can't remember.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I'd probably call it the Scream, but the actual artwork of the burger would be that picture.
Yeah.
But burger photoshopped, and it's like, your mouth needs to be this big to get it in.
Yeah. That's quite clever, that, yeah. I like it.
So, yeah, tell us your favourite burger. Well, tell us what you'd make for a burger in the comments. Then Paul then asks, why is Chris Evans such a cunt? This is Chris Evans from Top Gear as well, but that was from Top Gear.
I always think of him. I always think of him doing that game show he used to do years ago.
Don't forget your toothbrush.
Yeah, I always remember him from that. What else was he on? He was on. Oh, he used to be on. They call it Daybreak now, don't they, or something? Is it the Big Breakfast? It was called or something. He used to be on that with what was that plum girl called? Is it Gabby Roslin or something like that? Yeah, she was all right. She was pretty fit looking back. But no, I think even back then I used to find him just like annoying. One of those people who just you think. It's one of those people you think, how did he get on telly and become famous? And now he's like super rich. He's just like, he's one of those people that just got lucky, isn't he? And he's not particularly like talented or good at what he does, but he just, I guess you could say that's why he's a cunt in some way. He's one of those people who just got lucky and now he's got like millions of pounds and lives in a big mansion. Because he was like, in the past, wasn't he like a forklift truck driver from Warrington or something like that?
Yeah, more than me.
And then somehow he just got famous. Got lucky and got famous. I think, didn't he start out on radio, I think, though? That's probably how he got into fame.
Possibly.
He was on Radio 2, I think, wasn't he? Later down the line. This is like post-Big Breakfast.
I can't remember. I'm just guessing Paul has some sort of hatred for him because of the whole Top Gear controversy.
Yeah. That'd be my take on it. Anyway, that's what I think.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of him. Never found him funny.
No.
Never been entertained by him. So yeah.
Yeah. But it's like I say, he's one of those people who got lucky and he's like become famous and got loads of money from doing it somehow.
Yeah. Famous when he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Yeah. That one for a while.
Paul next asks, this is going back to a topic we had before. Would you rather have 10 full force kicks to the balls by an average man, or 1 from Chuck Norris?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, because if you think about it now, one way of thinking of it is, it's like you said, Chuck Norris can shoot a plane down just by looking at it or something like that?
No, he does that with his finger and yells bang.
Yeah. So technically, if he kicked you in the balls, then your balls would go flying about a mile. So the pain would instantly subside when you think about it that way.
Well, you have to remember he was Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah. So that kick could either kill you in one blow, or you'd have no balls left by the end of it. So
yeah, but then
he basically conducts a.
But then what if you take 10 from an average person?
But then you get 10 times the pain because you're feeling it each time. Whereas with Chuck Norris, he conducts a double orchiectomy on you just with one kick. That's removal of the testicles for any non-medical people out there. And the pain instantly subsides. That's one way of looking at it. Whereas with 10 guys, it's like, It's like you got that pain and then someone else, and it's wearing off, someone else gives you one, and it's wearing off, someone else gives you one, and it's like, ouch. Yeah. It's a good self-defense technique, though. He always taught us that in Taekwondo. If all else fails, go for the bollocks. Basically, because it works. Bit like on King of the Hill when Bobby goes to the women's self-defense class. He responds by kicking everyone in the testicles. So he tries it on a woman and it backfires. What would you say, Adam? Do you like my little theory on it?
Well, the problem is it's not sort of. Paul didn't say that they were concurrent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got to use your imagination a little bit.
So it could be one kicking the balls every 10 years, but it could be one every year or one every 10 days, or whatever, or one every day for 10 days. You don't know.
Well, just to spoil everything, don't you?
Just logical thinking.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Paul means concurrently. So I'd surely have to go with that, the one from Chuck Norris.
That's what I assumed.
But it's like willingly standing there and letting him do it would be another matter altogether.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so I'm going a bit off on a tangent, but I'm just sort of questioning. I was thinking, how would you end up in that situation to begin with? Is it some kind of weird bet or something? Is it?
You said something bad about Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh. I was gonna try and do a Chuck Norris impression. I was just realising I was more doing Clint Eastwood. I was gonna do a Dirty Harry and say, I'm gonna give you a choice now. I can either kick you in the balls once, or you can be kicked in the balls by 10 average guys. What's it gonna be? I'm thinking that's Clint Eastwood, not really Chuck Norris, isn't it? Yeah. Both good actors, anyway. What's next, Eric?
So I'm just replying to a really funny tweet. Inex asks, Blackpool has been destroyed by an overly destructive hen party. You're in charge of rebuilding. How would you do it? But the population survived.
Ooh, it's an interesting one. There's all kinds of ways you could go with this. See how where to start? It's a tricky one. I think I'd probably make myself like the king or emperor kind of thing of Blackpool. Make the hen party my loyal subjects to begin with. I'm thinking like totally off the wall here. It's a totally off the wall question, so I'm giving an off the wall answer. But I'd start by what currently stands as Central Drive, is where I'd make them build my palace or my pyramid. What's that?
That's halfway. Your phone was ringing, but it's not.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know how serious Paul was with this question. Like,
yeah.
I don't know whether he wanted it to be deadly serious or not. So.
Well, that's what I mean. The best way to do it would be just take the bad areas we've got now and not rebuild them. Basically, that's what we should do anyway, to be honest. But in real life, but thinking in that sort of like thinking more off the wall kind of way, I'd just not rebuild the bad areas. I'd make what the Central Drive I'd make into like a nice area. So I'd rebuild it as like I think I'd rebuild it as something better. That's all I can think of saying.
Yeah, but then the Central Drive-ins will have nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's true. How I deal with that? Yeah, I don't know where to go with that one, to be honest. It's one of them, I'd have to think about this and come up with a really inventive answer. On the spot, it's hard to think of anything.
I know where I'd start. I'd build a wall.
I was waiting for this. It sounds almost like Donald Trump style.
Well, I'd use the same company. keep the Mexicans in the job because we're building their own wall.
Yeah, it's the sake you not get a local building firm to do. Get a local brickie to build your wall.
Maybe.
It will take 10 years.
Yeah, it'd just been like a change round really for anything. Like I'd put I'd get like an actual main cinema in the centre of town rather than on the outskirt.
I'd have the Blackpool Arena if I had my way. That's something I'd definitely have.
Well, yeah, I'd build it so in a sense it's not a seasonal. It gets rid of the seasonalness.
Yeah,
and it makes it a year-round town.
Oh yeah.
I'd build an actual arena rather than a fucking headland.
Yeah.
Which apparently can have concerts when it can't.
We are getting Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff, but
well, Elton John still owes us.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
Little Ghetto Gospel. You could come and do a gig with Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith, couldn't you? Little Ghetto Gospel. Please welcome Elton John. Elton John walks out dressed like Fresh Prince. That would be hilarious. That.
Starts in the Fresh Prince rap.
Yeah. I'd really have to think about this to give a more in-depth answer on it. I could spend hours going on about what I could change in Blackpool if I could just do anything.
Bigger and better stores. Poundland. Yeah.
We could have National Poundland Fans Appreciation Day.
Yeah.
That should be up there.
But yeah, it's anything that'd make the town actually more non-seasonal.
Yeah.
So then it gives people jobs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's our big problem, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
We're just stuck in the seasonal...
I know that's the answer Paul wants.
Yeah.
But as well, but that's what needs to change. So... Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So that's all the questions from Paul. And I actually got one from Daz. I think there's two from Daz, but I can't find the second question. I said I did write it down, but I forgot to. But first of all, he asks, how great is cheese?
Oh. Well, you know me, I think cheese is like one of the greatest things in the world. I couldn't live without it. One reason I couldn't be vegan because I love dairy products too much. The thing I like about cheese is it's all the different varieties it comes in. You can walk into a normal supermarket like Tesco's and there's like 100 different varieties of it you can get.
I'm waiting for the day though. Someone walks into the cheese aisle and like, so what cheese have you got? It's like, well, we've got red. And we got white.
Yeah, you're making me think World's End now, though. So you walk into like a
I was
deli.
thinking more Hot Fuzz.
Oh, right. I was thinking World's End. You walk into a deli. It's like a really enthusiastic deli counter person. And you're like, got all these really fancy cheeses on display. And it's like, so what have you got then? What cheeses can you offer me? Well, we've got this one. Gorgonzola. I'm going back to that again. Oh, so tell me about Gorgonzola. What? Is it fruity? Is it tangy? Does it have a distinctly fruity note that lingers on the tongue? What? Cheese. Like that. Man, there's so many different varieties. There's like ones that I'm dying to try as well. Like it's an English classic. I've yet to actually try, but it's one of them you've got to have it. It's a popular answer from Pointless. This one as well. You might know what it is if you can guess. I don't know. It's 2 words. Comes from, I think it's Somerset.
Somerset?
Yeah. Somerset or Wiltshire, it's one of those two, somewhere down the West Country. Do we have any listeners down that way?
Possibly.
That could send us some up by post.
We need to send you some up.
Yeah. See if you can guess what it is. Stinking Bishop.
You bugger.
Yeah. It's probably, it smells absolutely horrid, but it's like, it tastes really nice.
I think there's another one Devon Idiot have done.
Yeah.
Where they've tried some Stinking Bishop before.
Yeah.
They might have mixed it with something as well, but I remember, I'm sure I've watched videos of people eating it before on YouTube.
Well, apparently it smells rancid, but it tastes really nice, so I've heard. It's got a funny texture to it, like nice soft texture to it. It's like, probably what makes it smell so bad is it's matured in like a pear cider.
Oh, lovely. The sulfites in it or something.
Something like that, yeah. Solution. But despite its smell, it tastes absolutely really nice. So, only place I've seen it is in Harvey Nichols.
Sounds like durian fruit.
Yeah.
That's plant. It smells rancid but tastes really nice.
So, I'm dying to try that at some point.
Right. And he next asks, you have to name a newfound country. What would you call it, and would you have a president or a prime minister?
It's I can think of some really stupid names for country. I'm getting a bit rude, but let me think. I mean, I could just go for the obvious answer and say I'd have Christland. I'd make myself the prime minister. I'll say prime minister because I'm an old-fashioned Brit, so I go with prime minister on that one. President sounds very sort of like Americanized to me. I'm trying to think of a really silly name for a country. I'd probably make something really silly that's either just really funny to say or like really difficult to say. It's just a bit awkward. Like, something that sounds really bizarre and silly, like Christonia or something like that. I honestly can't think. This is one of those questions again. If I had time to think about it, I'd come up with a really funny answer.
I nearly sent you the questions for you to have a read through to research, but then I thought, no,
It's more fun when you're on the spot, though, isn't it? You come up with funnier things, like Bender when he his Olympics and he says, "I'm from Robonia."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "That sounds like something somebody made up." He does that little song, and he's like, "Hail, hail, Robonia, the land I didn't make up." He's even got a good national anthem, even though it's a non-existing country. Apologies for my singing. I can't think of anything, to be honest. No, I'm struggling on that one.
I'll have to steal something off like South Park and go Imagination Land or something.
Well, there was a good one on Rocco's Modern Life. There was this country. It was a country, but it was literally like a castle behind the gate with a big moat around it. And it was called Balzac. one of Rocco's Modern Life's many innuendo references. That always made me laugh. I'm the king of Balzac. Or you could go like Jackass style, my anus.
Yeah.
I'm going to my anus. Or your rectum. It's not it's more Uranus. It's all kind of jokes.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it was a difficult one for a name, but I'd play either a president or a dictator.
Yeah. like Sacha Baron Cohen style.
Well, I was thinking more like Fidel Castro.
The funniest dictator I've ever seen now was on Hot Shots, Saddam Hussein on Hot Shots 2.
Yeah.
That was just hilarious. Or what was that one on that crazy king on Keenan and Kel? are very upset. total fruitcake like that.
There's that place on Married with Children they had to go to, I think in like season 6, got Lower Umpton or something.
Yeah.
Or Umpton, because it's the Bundy curse or something.
I'm working my way through these.
He bleeds them dry. They bleed them dry of money, like on a tour around London. So yeah. Darren next asks, you are the last and only person on Earth. What would the first thing you would do? I guess it means what would be the first thing you would do?
You're like last person on Earth.
Yeah.
I'd sit in one of those situations where you could just do what the fuck you want. It's really rude, but the first thing I do is I'll just go running down the street naked. Because you can. Just don't be like the first thing. Because if you say like first thing you can do is it's got to be like totally spur of the moment. I'm just thinking, I'm the only person ever. I can do whatever I want and get away with it, kind of thing.
I'd have to go around.
Or probably just drive my car like a maniac.
Well, there's that, like, I think it's like the world's shortest horror story or something it's called. It said something like, the last one on Earth sat alone in the room. There was a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And the people sat there alone in the house, possible people sat alone in the house, just go around knocking on doors, seeing if anyone answers. Other than that, I'd probably just like steal a train or something.
Yeah.
Go on full GTA, just not throw myself off a building.
Yeah. That'd be quite fun, actually, yeah. I'll work it out somehow.
It's like, I'll go to like Mackey's or something and just make like my own burger. It's like, yes, I will have a quarter pounder with Big Mac sauce on.
So maybe you could just do like really ridiculous things you always wanted to do.
What's that? A cup of Big Mac sauce? I think I will.
Yeah.
Well, I go to McDonald's like, what do you eat after 10:30 and I can't have breakfast? Of course I can. I can serve myself.
That's quite good, that, yeah. Yeah, you could just go into a pub and drink out the beer taps, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely naked.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah. It's in summertime we're talking, aren't we?
Not said.
True.
But if it was like, oh, you're in Siberia.
Yeah, I think
what's the first thing you do? Oh, run down the street now. I'm going to run down the forest naked. Probably freeze to death in the process, but...
I mean, if it's in Siberia, I think I'd steal a snowmobile and go looking for Subway. 10 miles away.
Probably further than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. And finally, Joe asks, we got 3 questions. What did you expect going into podcasting?
This is more of you, isn't it? Really, 'cause you're the head podcaster.
Well, you debuted on like episode.
Oh yeah.
12 or something. I can't remember.
I didn't know what to expect really, because I'd listened to like quite a few episodes before I came on, so I had an idea of what the format was on Lost Start, so I knew what I was coming into. And I've just found it the best way to go is just it just flows naturally, rather than sticking to a script or a style, so to speak. I just sort of go with the flow, and I like the way we start off with a topic as a guide, and then we sort of drift off on a bit of a tangent and have a bit of a discussion about some random stuff as well. So for what to expect, I just sort of thought I'd come on and share some of my funny stories and things like that. So which I do. So they're not all made up. Only a few of them are.
Yeah. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Well, I wasn't expecting bloody worldwide listeners for a start. I was partially expecting just like a sort of general UK-based audience.
Yeah.
Rather than people in the bloody Russian Federation and Africa and
East Asia.
Yeah.
It's good that you're reaching out to
16, 17 countries what I've been listening to.
That's good.
So.
It's good that people around the world are listening.
It is. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to hit 2,500 listens in such a short, about a year. I think we're about 2,800 currently, rough average.
Good.
So it's what I expected. Not much. I wasn't expecting to
do the interviews that you've done as well.
Yeah.
So so you've exceeded expectations, really. Then.
Yeah. Well, next thing he asked, is it what you expected? So
I think we've just covered that, haven't we?
Well, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit here with a mic and talk for a bit.
Yeah.
If people like it, they like it. If they don't, fuck them.
Yeah. If they don't like it, switch off. It's simple as that, isn't it? So.
But then it's sort of Joe asked personal highlights, which I sort of covered previously.
Yeah.
Which again, is sort of mainly interviews like Zug Island. Because I was waiting 12 years to see them.
Yeah. That was a good gig, that, as well.
Lounge Kittens, because they were just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And the gig was brilliant. And the proper down-to-earth ladies as well. Frank Turner.
Yeah.
Just been fucking awesome about it. And I still need to see his film.
Yes, definitely,
and read his book.
I'd say my personal highlight so far is probably, again, it's my debut, but I think it's one of the funniest ones we've done. Even though I think all of them are funny, but I think it's the funniest one was the Sonosphere Diaries, because it was just great reminiscing those funny stories. There's loads of funny shit happened that weekend. Just in 3 short days, it was like 3 or 4 days. So much funny stuff happened. So many weird things happened that are just hilarious. And it was good. It was good to reminisce about those. We didn't have a bloody festival, so we can do that. So we can do next.
We do.
We can't really do it with Rock Press because that's not really
the Rock Press Diaries. So what happened on day 2? I just sat on the grass for a bit.
We watched
ate a brownie.
Chili Peppers.
Watched some tribute acts. Had a toasty.
Yeah, it's not the same atmosphere, is it, as a proper festival?
No,
it's still good though. It's still good. I'm looking forward to going to that this year again. Especially the Red Hot Chili Peppers are back, which is going to be good
on Saturday.
But we need a proper 3 or 4 dayer again to get to live the festival life.
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, in terms of just general sites, so there's the interviews I got as highlights. I think there's some of the actual episode names, like the amount of people that come up to you and said, "I love the name Square Pizza Round Box."
Oh yeah.
There's that. The variety of episodes I think I've done, if anything.
Yeah.
Like, I've done an episode of you, I've done an episode of Gareth, I've done an episode of you both, I've done an episode of Dave, I've done Rans, we did the pubcast.
Yeah.
Did Chili Fest. Went to Dublin to see Frank Turner, which I got to interview him, which wouldn't have happened. It's a weird one. So.
Yeah, it's been good.
And I would have gone away if it wasn't for you, Melvin and kids. So yeah, I'm fresh out of topics.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going to close the proverbial book. There we go.
It's like Danny Pence's little diary, isn't it? I'm not getting my diary and see what is happening in the last month.
Yeah. A packet of sugar.
Yeah. Yes, did I tell you about my new diet, have I?
Probably, yeah.
On my new diet, I look at my guideline daily allowance of things, and there was this one thing I picked up in the store the other day. It was 5,000% of my daily allowance of sugar. It was a packet of sugar. Classic joke, that. Gonna have to see him again soon.
Yes. So, yeah, that's coming to the end of the show. Again, Lost Art of Podcasting. If you're tuned in and listened for over the last year or so and put up with our bullshit.
Good on you.
Yeah. Cheers for sticking with us. So, yeah. Find us on Facebook, Lost Art of Podcasting. Twitter, at Lost Art Podcast. Instagram, at Lost Art of Podcasting. Email any business inquiries or topics, lostartpodcasting@gmail.com. What else should we plug? Random Match Discussion. Check out Paul and the guys on there, myself sometimes on Spreaker, Facebook, iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, UK Rad Podcast, Facebook. Master Debaters, check them out on the social medias. Rosters on, find them on YouTube and Facebook. I think they're up to episode 5 or 6 coming out this week. So check them out. Tell them Lost Art Podcasting sent you. And what else should we plug?
I think that's everything for now.
We're going to end on something a bit different tonight.
Oh, yes.
Because I spoke to I got in touch with a band that I heard on the Tell 'em Steve Dave. That's right, they found their track, hearing their track through Tell 'em Steve Dave, and asked them ever so nicely if I could use it to play out this episode. To which they wholeheartedly agreed because I'm a fellow ant, sort of thing. So before I say my standard sign off, well, I might as well say it now. Well, this is a Canadian band. Canadian, I think it's class experimental metal. I want to say. I'm just going to pull the info up now because I've wrote it down. One moment. There we go.
We'll be right back.
So yeah, they're an experimental metal band from Winnipeg. And so you can get their debut album, self-titled debut album, on their Bandcamp. Just go on Google and search RamsKull. And or you can buy it on iTunes even. You can get it on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Bandcamp, Amazon Music. Subscribe to them on YouTube. And yeah, check them out. This is RamsKull. Or it will be RamsKull, and it's called a song called Hector. It's very good. Make sure you check it out. Buy the album and support independent artists. So, but for the Lost Art of Podcasting,
is it me? I've been Christ.
Do you mean is it me? Peleg.
Yeah, I've been Christ.
Don't do it twice.
It's for the edit.
Not for the fucking edit. Peleg.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been Christ, I've been Coxy, and you've been listening. Thank you very much. Now enjoy RamsKull on the Lost Art of Podcasting.